instructions to come to court. Because if I remember, Advocate Baloyi said he told him he's here in regard to 375. As a court basis.
I confirm that, my lord. He intimated that he's representing one of the family members of the Meyiwa, and that he's here for, as I mentioned, 375-1 of 2019. However, as we indicated this morning, that the proper procedure would be as it was followed when there was a previous watching brief, that the same procedure should be followed, my lord, in light of the fact that the family member is a potential witness.
Actually, he's the one who insisted that watching brief on behalf of people who have not testified yet should be outside,
Yes.
should not feature as watching briefs.
Indeed, my lord, that is a position. And
okay, no, I just didn't want a situation where we are keeping somebody out when there's a party who wants him inside.
As a court pleases, I think in brief, the same procedure that was followed with the previous watching brief should be followed in the current matter.
Okay.
Then the second issue, my lord, before we start with cross-examination, there's been a request from members of the media seeking clarity regarding the taking of photos during adjournment, and they've just requested that that aspect be clarified, my lord.
Well, for me, the situation over adjournment should be dependent on the whims of those being photographed. I think prime most will be the three of you, the accused, and members of the family. Remember that generally there's a rule around taking photos within certain distances from courthouses. And it is through this special permission that we allowed this to be here. But when we allow that, we cannot enforce it on anyone who is against it, who is in the courtroom. If they are opposed to it, they have the right to oppose it.
As a court pleases.
As a court pleases, I do agree with the court that we cannot, on the previous occasion, we gave him instructions to argue that the watching brief of one of the witnesses be, to leave the court, and the court made such order. And I also agree with the court that it depends with the persons who are taking photos during adjournment. I requested them, humbly so, I requested the journalist, humbly so. We don't want, and the accused don't want to be taking photos, whether it's during adjournment or during proceedings, because it is concerning even the issue of what is transpired with regard to identity in court, pointing out in court with regard to testimony of the witnesses, because the faces of our clients are all over the media. That is the main concern we try to avoid, Your Lordship. Thank you.
Okay. I take it you have no comment, Advocate.
No comment, my lord.
Okay.
It hasn't affected my client. I'll deal with the situation when it affects my client, my lord.
Okay. Advocate Baloyi.
As a court pleases, the witness can just come in. We have concluded the examination in chief of this witness, ma'am.
As a court, please, Your Lordship, I apologize the way I will ask my cross-examination because I will be all over the show as the witness was all over the show. I apologize. It's not how I do things. They're not in sequence, if the court allows me. If I may proceed, Your Lordship.
Yeah.
Sir? Yes, sir. Yesterday, or actually, let me put it this way. The day you came to court first time, when you started to testify, where were you coming from? Because you told the court that you are originally from Umlazi.
We object against that question. We have raised the issue of the security of the witness, and we submit, my lord, that that will compromise the safety of the witness. It is also on the same footing as their requests for the flight ticket, my lord. We request that that question should be disallowed.
There you are.
Your Lordship, I'm not saying you must be specific. I'm saying maybe I must rephrase the question to say how far were you coming from when you came to court on Tuesday? Because besides being in Gauteng or being anywhere else, how far?
Once again, my lord, we don't really want to interfere with Marlene's friend's cross-examination. Firstly, as I said, it will compromise the security of the witness, and then secondly, my lord, I don't see the relevance of the question.
Your Lordship, for the sake of progress, I'll leave that question because it is even the same witness testimony that he decided to go out of witness protection program. The reason why I asked you that question, I put it to you that, in fact, you were in Gauteng. A witness will come and testify and tell the court that you were in Gauteng from previous week, Thursday.
Wena ke bukadula eGoli uthi unofakazi ke ozoza azotshela inkantolo ukuthi wena ula eGoli kusukela kwiviki eliphelile ngolesi Thursday or Tuesday.
Thursday, sir.
Kwiviki eliphelile ngolesine.
What's your comment?
Amangalihlaza lawo.
Those are lies.
Do you have
You say on Thursday?
last week Thursday, Your Lordship? Yes. Do you have a flight ticket with you?
Ngicamthi likhona ithikithi endlini la ngihleli khona.
I think
Nginalo, ayinokuthi ngicamthi khona likhona endlini.
I do have it. Not that I think I do have it. The ticket is there where I currently am.
If the court allows and the state agrees, may you kindly on the next occasion bring the same ticket. You don't have to show the place you're coming from. You can only show the date to the parties before the court.
Lokho ke kuzoxhomekeka ke ekuthini inkantolo iyavuma nokuthi ke umshushisi ngayeke uyavuma kodwa yacela kuma ngabe uphinde ubuyele enkantolo uze nalo ke noma ke indawo lena ke awivezanga la ubuya khona kodwa ufuna ubona nje i-date kodwa ke lokho kusekuthini inkantolo yakuvumela yini.
Ngicela ukubuza ngizofika nalo kusasa ngiphiki lokho. Ngizolikhombisa bani? Ngingancamele ngilikhombisa ijudge.
I just want to know, I can bring the ticket tomorrow, but who am I going to show it to? I would rather show it to the judge.
Thank you.
It's not my style to answer questions from witnesses, but for the sake of progress, you are correct that you'll show it to the court.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Your Lordship. You testify that the deceased went for trials in Johannesburg and they took him from D section. Scouts took him from D section. Which year was that?
Ushilo ke ukuthi uSenzo ke weza eGoli zelama trials futhi ke ama scouts ambona noma amthatha e D section. Kwakuwuphi unyaka lo?
Angwazi kunyaka kunguphi.
I don't know which year it was.
Sir, I put it to you that you told the court that you and Senzo, you were friends, you were close, correct?
Ushilo ke inkantolo ukuthi nani uthe okumngane wakho omkhulu angithi. That's correct. That's true.
And you further said that Senzo was lucky. You led character evidence and you said Senzo was lucky. What do you mean by that?
Ubusho ukuthini ke uma ngabe uthi ke uSenzo wayenenhlanhla noma wayelucky?
Izinto zakhe bezenzeka ngokusheshsha.
Things happened quick for him, or his things just happened quick.
And you further said that he was a good person, correct?
Ushilo nokuthi ke wayemuntu uthema umchaza wathi umuntu onenhliziyo enhle.
Qiniso lelo.
That's the truth.
Yes. Thank you. You further said that you knew where he was staying in Malbatten, correct?
Ushilo nokuthi wawumazi la wayehlala khona eMalbatin.
Yebo iqiniso.
That's true.
Yes. If you said Senzo was, you and Senzo, you were close from the younger age, did Senzo tell you everything about his life?
Na uma ngabe uthi ke nani abangani kusukela ke nisebancane ngabe uSenzo wayekutshela yonke into ngempilo yakhe?
Ayikho into ebeke singayixoxi nawo Senzo.
There was nothing that we didn't discuss, me and Senzo.
So you also knew that Zandi was staying with Senzo and Kelly in Malbatten, correct?
Wawukwazi wawuyazi ke naleyo ukuthi uZandi wayehlala kanye noSenzo kanye noKelly eMalbatin.
Angiyazi leyo ngazi ukuthi wayehlala noKelly.
I don't know about that. The only thing I know is that he was staying with Kelly.
I put it to you that there will be a witness who will testify that Zandi was staying with them and she had her own bedroom in that unit.
Ngiyakutshela ke futhi ke ukhona nofakazi ke ozoza ke athi uZandi wayehlala kanye nabo futhi eno camera lakhe kuleyo unit leyo.
Lokho ngikushiso ukuthi nginesizathu singangavakasha kabili eMalbatin. Okuqala ngifikile ngangifike nomuntu engithandana naye.
Okay, bambela khokho. I am saying this for a reason. I visited Malbatin twice. The first time I visited there, I had gone with my partner, person that I'm in love with or in a relationship with.
Isizathu ukuthi ngisho njalo masifikile uSenzo wayeleli noKelly ngala thina salaliswa kulenye bedroom of which lapha ama bedroom ayi2. So wayekuphi lo muntu enithi wayehlala khona ngimbonanga mina khathi ngifikile.
Reason for that, my lord, being that when I arrived there or when we got there, Senzo and Kelly slept in the one bedroom. Myself and my partner were in the other bedroom. So and there are two bedrooms, only two bedrooms there. So where was this person you're referring to that she was staying there?
Sir,
Yes sir.
I did say a witness will come and testify to that effect. I further put it to you that I'll be correct to say Senzo also told you about his policies because you said you talked everything with him.
Nanjengoba uthi ke ayikho enani ngayixoxe noSenzo ke wayekutshela ke nangama policy akhe.
Mapha amapolisi angikwazi amapolisi wakhe.
Which policies? I don't know about his policies.
Yes. When I'm talking about policies, I talk about insurance policies and life cover policies.
Ngikhuluma ke ngama insurance policies kanye nama life cover.
Angicabanga ukuthi kuzobaleka lokho ukuthi angitshele ngama policies wakhe because kwakawakhe awahlangani nami.
I don't think that would have been important for him to tell me about his policies because those were his policies. It had nothing to do with me.
I further put it to you, the witness will come and testify that Kelly and Senzo took a life cover for Senzo, and Kelly was the signatory and the beneficiary thereof.
Kwalofakazi ke noma ukhona ke ufakazi ozozaka azotshela inkantolo ukuthi uKelly kanye noSenzo bahamba ke beyovula ke life cover bevulela yena ke uSenzo futhi ke i-beneficiary kuyena uKelly kuye nomuntu futhi owasayinda khona lapho.
I-witness ayize izokusho lokho njengoba sengishilo ukuthi ama-insurance wasenzo nama-life policies wasenzo ayingahlangene nami because nami ngangamtsheli ngawami noma ngezinto zami ezihlangane nama-insurance or nani nani.
Let the witness come and tell the court that because as I said that his policies, his life covers had nothing to do with me as well as in my case my policies or my life insurances had nothing to do with him.
Thank you, Justice. Sir, the witness will let me put it this way. If you said you were very close with Senzo and you talked everything, you talked about everything, did you know his friends who were also close to him those who were playing football with him?
Uma ngabuthi ke nani nani abangani abakhulu ke ingaba wawazi yini ama friends akhe la ayedlala nawo ibhola?
uSenzo njengoba bese ngisho ukuthi umuntu onenhliziyo enhle even eclubini ubezwana nawo wonke umuntu so I don't think ube nomuntu oyisitha bezwana nawo wonke umuntu uSenzo even nemuntu abantu bangaphandle.
As I've already said or mentioned that Senzo had a good heart. Senzo was good with everybody. He didn't have an enemy. Even people from outside, Senzo got along with them.
Sir, listen to the question, please. Okay? I'm saying, is there any person who was playing football with Senzo who was close to him?
Engikusho noma engikubuzayo kuwena ke ukuthi ukhona yini kulabo ayedlala nabo ibhola aye close naye?
Bakhona.
There are or there were.
May you kindly mention few?
Ungachaza nje abambalwa.
Bezwana no Itumele Nkhune.
Itumele Nkhune.
No Siyabonga Sangweni.
Siyabonga Sangweni.
Yes.
A witness will come and testify that Zandi, whilst she was staying with Kelly and Senzo in one bed, in the one unit, Zandi had her own bedroom. That witness will come and tell the court that Kelly instructed Zandi to guard Senzo while she's busy with her music career issues.
Kwalofakazi ke uzuza azothi uZandi wayehlala kanye nabo kule unit leyo uzoqhubeka ke asethi uKelly wabe esetshela ke uZandi leke melayela ke uZandile ukuthi agade uSenzo ngalesikhathi yena ke eqhubeka-ke ne-career yakhe yo-music.
Lungile ngiyakuzwa lokho. But mina bengingekho lapho.
It's cool, it's okay, I hear that, but I wasn't there.
That is why ngingayazi leyo nto because mina mangifikile angikubonanga lokho ngaleso sikhathi. Ngakho ngingakwazi.
Hence, I don't know that because on my arrival, or when I arrived, I didn't see that. That is why I know nothing about it.
Fair enough. That's very good. That's an honest answer. It's fair answer you gave. I put it to you that the same witness will come and tell the court that, and Senzo was complaining that the way Kelly is doing things, complaining about Kelly, that Kelly or put someone to guard him in whatever things he does.
Kwalofakazi ke uzoza azothi ke uSenzo ke kwakungamphathile kahle ke lokho into ke ebeyikhuluma ke esho ukuthi akumphathile kahle noma kumphathi kahle ke ngendlela uKelly enza ngayo ukuthi ke abeke umuntu ukuthi kube nomuntu ombhekayo noma omgadayo.
Angikwazi lokho njengoba besingachaza ekuqaleni i-witness leyo yiyo ezochazela inkantolo. Ngoba nami ngizile ngizochazela inkantolo engikwaziyo.
I don't know about that. As I've previously mentioned, that witness will come and inform the court, just like I came to inform the court about what I know.
Furthermore, that witness will come and testify that at the end, Senzo ended up having relationship with Zandi as well. He had sexual relationship with Zandi because Kelly has been away for a long time.
Kwaloyo fakazi ke uzoza azotshela inkantolo ke ukuthi egcineni ke kwase kwenzeka ke ukuthi uSenzo ase qhubeka esethandana ke naye ke uZandi futhi ke kwase elala kanye naye ke uZandi ngenxa yokuthi ke uKelly ebengekho isikhathi eside.
Angeke ngakuphika lokho, angeke ngakuvuma because ngiyamazi uSenzo ubewathanda amantombazana.
I would never deny that. I would never admit to that because I know that Senzo loved women.
And you know very well that Senzo was married, correct?
Uyakwazi nokuthi uSenzo wayeshadile ngithi?
Yebo ngiyakwazi.
Yes, I do know.
According to all this, I just put it to you. Does that still make him a good person?
Kuko konke lokho ke ngabe kusamenza
Made
ke
him, yes. Sorry, interpreter. Sorry, sir. Does that made him a good person? According to what I just said now.
What is the relevance of Senzo's character? I mean, especially now that he's not there to defend himself.
Your Lordship.
Why would we climb onto a deceased person?
Thank you, Your Lordship. It's what I'm concerned with, I swear.
But that's what you are busy doing.
But let me finish my submission.
No. I want to know the reason why you are
Yes, let
doing
me
that.
give you the reason, Your
Before-
Lordship.
Come again?
Let me give you the reason.
Yeah.
Is this the state that allowed the witness to lead such a character evidence?
Character of
The witness said Senzo was a good person, and the state allowed that. Now, cross-examination is based on what the witness said.
No, I won't allow that.
I agree with the court I will withdraw the question, but the court should have also stopped the state.
No, you were here. You are not a referee. If you are objecting to anything, you are there to rise. And I didn't take it as character evidence. You was just saying Senzo was a good person. I didn't think you would view it to be character evidence that has to be attacked. But I disallow what you are.
Thank you.
Especially against somebody who is deceased.
Thank you, Your Lordship. I will withdraw. I agree with the court.
Let's proceed.
Thank you, Your Lordship. The day you arrived in Johannesburg, the day you arrived, when you came from KZN, you told the court that you arrived around what time?
Uthe konje ngalelanga ufika ngalo ke. Angithi ushilo ukuthi wafika Spruit View ubuye KZN uthi wafika ngobani isikhathi
Kwasekuntambama.
it was already in the evening
What time, sir?
isikhathi
Mangenza into beke ngachaza kuqala ngaphambilini. Akuyona yonke into engithi mangiyenza njalo ngibuka isikhathi, mangenza into ngibuka isikhathi. Ngisuke ngenaso isizathu sokwenza lokho.
I mentioned this previously that each and every time I do something, I don't look at the time. And there's no reason, or there would be no reason for me to do that.
The reason why I'm asking you this question, the witness will come and testify that you, Senzo, Zandi, and Kelly, including Togozis, came to the party of Roy in Santen.
The party of who?
Roy, the party of Roy Mahamusa in Santen.
Well, lo fakazi ke noma ke kunofakazi ke ozoza ke lo fakazi uzotshela inkantolo ukuthi wena uSenzo uZandi uKelly kanye noMtho naya kwiphathi yakhe uRoy Mahamuza eSantin.
Yazi angiyazi le nto ngiyaqala nokuyizwa. Ephathini makuyiphathi iba iphathi ngabantu. So ama players abeka lapha nawo angeza azothettify ukuthi akangibona ni kuleyo party. Sasingakayi ephathini. Ngamangahlaza lawo. Ngawamela ngisho kwamela.
When there is a party, or a party is a party by having people, by people being there, and even the players that were there, they should come forward, or they can come forward and say whether they saw me there or was I there. I would even stand for that, because those are lies.
Just ukugcwalisela kuleyo ndawo. Mase sibhedlela this guy wabuza uMthoko wathi Mthoko kodwa beningizingani kodwa ephathini.
Just to complete that, whilst we were in hospital, there's this one gentleman who inquired from Togo, and Togo, why didn't you guys come to the party?
Your Lordship, that's hearsay, and may it be expunged.
Yes.
Sir, I put it to you that we went to Santen where there was a party, the venue of the party, and all of you waited in the car outside the venue because Mandisa, Senzo's wife, was in the party as well at the venue.
Naya ke ephathini lapho, uma senifika ke lapho ephathini eSantin, ninonke ke nahlala nalinda emotweni, imbangela ke ukuthi ningaphuma emotweni ngoba unkosikazi kaSenzo uMandisa wayekhona lapho naye.
Ayimphinde ngichazele mnumzane. Mina angikazi ngiye ephathini, angikana ukuthi kunjani kumkanjani lapho. Ngiyaphinda ngiyakusho angikaze ngiye. Ngiyokusho ngize noma inini lokho ngiyana ukuthi iphathi enjani.
I don't even know how the party looked like. Let me say this again to you. I had never attended a party. I wasn't there.
I think you misunderstood my question. The witness will come and testify that he saw you and others, including Senzo, outside the venue. He came to you by the Senzo's car.
Cela uphinde ngikuchazele futhi mnumzane. Amangalihlaza lawo. Mayikhona witness nami ngizobe ngikhona. Ayikho nje into enjalo ayikaze yenzeke. Amangalihlaza ngathathwa imoto mina saya sadlula la sathi ngitshwala sasesefoslo. Leyo nje uyishoyo noma leyo witness eyishoyo. Ngiyajabula mangasibe la. Uphinde kube khona nabantu ebashoyo babe khona nabo.
I would be happy if that witness would be here, as well as the people that the witness mentioned that they were there. I was never at the party. When they picked me up, we went to buy the alcohol, and from there we went to Four Slaughters.
Sir, you're thinking ahead about what I will ask you. And I never asked you whether from where they pick you up, you went straight to buy beers and went home. I put it to you that
Ngiyaphinda ngiyaphendula mnumzane. Amangalihlaza lawo.
I am saying to you again, those are lies.
And you told, you just testified, it's a bit, maybe it was not interpreted, but you said you can even be here when the witness come and testify. You're no more scared of your safety now?
Ingaba awusasabi yini uqeda ukusho ke ukuthi ungala uma leyo witness leyo ingeza izokhuluma lokho nawe ke ungalana awusasabi yini manje?
Ukusaba ukuthini mhlambe?
Scared for?
For your safety.
For
Safety.
safety. Ngisenkantolo nje manje ngingasaba kanjani enkantolo?
I'm in court. How can I be scared in court?
Sir, I put it to you, that witness, he will testify that the reason why you waited outside, because Senzo didn't want his wife to see him because he was with Kelly and you guys.
Leyo fakazi ke uzoqhubeka ke kufakazi bakhe athi imbangela yokuthi nalinda ngaphandle ke noma nema ngaphandle kwawukuthi uSenzo wayengafuni ukuthi unkosikazi wakhe ambone kanye noKelly kanye futhi nani ke.
Ngiyaphinda ngikhulumela mina futhi. Bengingekho lapho mina.
Again, I'm speaking for myself. I wasn't there.
It is correct that you made several statements with regard to the alleged incident that took place on that day.
Kuyinjalo noma kuyiqiniso ukuthi kwenza ke izitatimende ezimbalwa mali nalokho okwenzeka ngaleli langa.
Yebo.
That's correct.
You further mentioned that on the day of the alleged incident, you made your first statement, correct?
Ushilo nokuthi ke esokuqala istatement sakho wasenza ngaleli langa leli isehlakalo senzeka ngalo.
Yebo, ukhona iphoyisa lalikhona elalibhala lingibuza libhala.
Yes, there was a police officer who was asking me questions and writing down.
Yeah.
And you told the court, you testified that it was Kelly who sent you money to come to Fort Lawrence, correct?
Ushilo nokuthi ke uKelly ke umuntu owakuthumela imali ukuthi uze eFort Lawrence.
Yebo.
That's correct.
And you further testified that after the money was sent, it took a while to come through, but after you phoned Senzo, it came through. The day Senzo asked you to come to Fort Lawrence, correct?
Ushilo nokuthi ke kwathatha isikhathi ukuthi imali leni uyithole. Kodwa ke uze wafonela uSenzo emuva kokuthi ukhulumile noSenzo ke wase uyithola ke imali noma wase uthola ke ukuthi imali ingenile.
uSenzo mefona wangibuza ukuthi uKelly useyifakile imali ngoba ngalelo langa bebezodlala igame ngeSaturday.
Okay, asibambe lapho. When Senzo called me, he wanted to know whether Kelly had deposited the money because they were going to play a game on that day, that Saturday.
Then ngamtshela ukuthi imali ayikangeni efonini, akangeni message efonini yami.
I then informed him that I haven't received any message yet to confirm that the money had been deposited.
Then wadrop ucingo wathi mangifonela uKelly. Wasefonela uKelly ke. The time esefonela uKelly yangena imali kimi.
He then dropped the call or said to me that let me call Kelly. Whilst he was busy contacting Kelly or calling Kelly, that's when I received the notification message.
Then mesebuyela back kimi uSenzo ngamtshela ukuthi imali isingenile.
Then when Senzo called me back or got back to me, I informed him that the money has been deposited.
That is why ke ngithi imali ngayifakela uKelly because uSenzo mengifonela ukuthi uKelly useyifakelile imali. That is why ngithi uKelly wangifakela imali.
Hence I am saying that Kelly is the person who deposited the money for me because Senzo inquired from me, has Kelly deposited the money already or yet?
Yes.
You further testified that you told, the day the money came through, you told Senzo that it was already late. You'll come the following day, correct?
Ushilo futhi nakubufakazi bakho ke ukuthi ngaleli langa imali oyithola ngalo wamtshela wena ke usenza ukuthi sekulate uzoza ngelanga elilandelayo.
Yebo ngakusho lo.
Yes, I said that.
I'll show you one of the statements. I'll lay the basis, your lordship. I show you one of your statements you made. It's A49 in brackets 1. If may the state provide the witness with the statement. Do you have the statement in front of you? Can you look at the last page, the one that is ending at 29, paragraph 29.
29.
The last page.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, bona, paragraph 29.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that your signature at the end there?
When was I lapha?
Yebo signature yami.
Yes, it is mine.
What is the date there on the
Date.
statement?
It's in lapha date kulesa statement. License.
2014-11-02.
2014-11-02.
Who wrote that statement?
Ubani owasibhala?
Angisakhumbula ukuthi bani manje njengoba ngithi bebaningi abantu abangenza statement.
I can't recall as to who wrote it. As I've previously mentioned, that
Okay.
quite a few people took statements from me.
Sorry to interrupt. Basically, I want to find out, is it you wrote the statement or someone wrote it on your behalf?
Ufuna nje ukwazi ukuthi ingabe mhlasimbene asithi wena wayibhalela wena noma wawukhuluma wena kube unomuntu obhalayo la.
So lokho waqala nje lento akekho umuntu angaze ngizibhalele.
Ever
Ngaze ngizibhalele.
since this started, I never wrote on my own.
Bengikhuluma nje kuphela.
I would speak and they would write.
Can you see the name of the person there again on the last page? The name of the commissioner of oath there?
Uyabona igama elibhaliwe la. Umuntu lo athi
Because this one of mine.
Ngiyabona igama but angiboni kahle.
I can't see properly. I see there's a name, but I can see, but I can't see properly as to what's written there.
Yeah, you're correct, because even mine is not clear. That's why I thought yours is original, you'll see. Okay, let's go on. After this statement was taken from you, were you happy with the statement, correct?
Emuva kokuthi ke kwabhalwa phansi lokho okusho wena ke ingaba onelisekile yini oqhusekile yini lokho kubhaliwe
You were
phansi.
happy with the statement.
Kuba happy kanjani?
In which way, in which sense? Can you explain to me?
You were happy with the contents of the statement because you attached the signature on it, correct?
Ngalokho okubhaliwe lana ngoba emuva kwalokho wase usayina.
Ziningi njengokutshela ukuthi sekwenziwe i-statement eyiningi. Sometimes omunye umuntu akangitshela ukuthi uthathe i-statement angibuze imibuzo abebhala phansi angithi.
As I've already mentioned, that quite a few people took statements, and the other person wouldn't tell me that they are taking a statement, would just ask me questions and then write down.
Sir, please, don't play with the court's time or be evasive. It's common cause that you make several statements. The question is, were you happy with that statement because you attached your signature? That's the simplest question.
Mbuzo wami.
If uthi bengihappy esanini statement angalokuthi njengoba sengibona i-date nje manje ngithi sengenza i-statement eyiningi. So angisikhumbuli zonke i-statement engizenzile but sengenze iningi and sekushintshwa abantu abaningi kule case le.
I've made many statements and quite a few, many people have been changed. So I can't, I can see the date here, but as I'm saying that I made many statements.
Again, please, that's not the question. The question is, were you happy with that statement because you attached your signature? Were you happy with it?
Indaba yokuba happy hlezi ngihappy mina. So mawungibuza ukuthi I was happy na. Ufuna ukuthini? Ngizokhumbula ukuthi ngangijabulile ngalelo langa.
Will I be able to remember whether I was happy on that day? Because I'm always happy. So what do you mean?
Were you satisfied and happy with the contents of that statement? Hence, you attached your signature.
Wawanelisekile yini ilokho okubhaliwe phansi ingakho ke usuze wabe uyasayina nokusayina ngokuthi ukhulumile wabhala lo bhalayo emuva kwalokho ke wabe wayithola ukuthi no wenelisekile ingakho nje wabe wase usayinda ilokho okubhaliwe phansi.
Ngasayina isignature lela eyami impela. Angiphiki lokho.
I don't
Manje
deny.
angazi methi ngihappy ngizochaza ngithini. Ngithi I was happy.
Indeed there
Ngizoba
is,
happy kanjani kushona umngani wami?
Mr. Madlala,
Yes.
the word happy here is, doesn't have the meaning I seem to think you have in mind.
Yes.
Happy, I think he went on to use the word satisfied. In other words, were you of a mind that what you told is what is written? That is the context of happy.
okufuna ukwaziwa lana ne angithi ubukhuluma wena usho kulomuntu okwenzeka ebhala phansi yana emuva kwakho konke lokho ke wabe esecela ke ukuthi usayinda ngokusayinda uthi lokhu okubhaliwe lana impela yikona lokhu ebengikutshela kona wenelisekile ngaleyo ndlela yini ukuthi lokhu okubhalile noma lokhu okulana yebo yilokhu bine ngikutshela kona ukuneliseka noma lokho happy ke ukhulunywa ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi akukho nje ukuthi hayi cha lokhu akushiwo ngemina cha lokhu wenelisekile ukuthi lokhu okubhaliwe yikona lokhu bengikusho kuwena ingakho ngisayina.
My lord, ake ngithi kulungile ngendlela afuna ngiphephe ngihappy.
Okay,
Ngibe kanjani? And I was satisfied.
let me
So.
Yes?
Thank you, Your Lordship. And the statement was read back to you before you signed it.
ingabe
Correct.
ngaphambilini kokuthi akucela ukuthi usayinde emuva kokuthi seqedile ukubhala wakufundela lento ayibhale phansi angithi uyena bebhala wena ubukhuluma so emuva kokuthi eqedile ukubhala ngaphambilini kokuthi usayinde wena wakufundela wonke lama page abona ukuthi angapi akufundela uthi ilokho ke ubungitshela kona ilokho ubungitshela kona wakufundela.
Angikhumbuli ngifundela ngasayiniswa nje.
I don't recall it being read back to me. I was just made to sign
Because maybe ngimusha ngithi ebhala phansi.
because I'm the one who spoke and the person was writing that.
Your Lordship, I will humbly submit that I've laid the basis.
Yes?
Thank you, Your Lordship. Sir, look at paragraph 3.
Okay. Senze kanjena. Nangu 3.
Can you read that paragraph until it ends with a pin, where there's a pin S112233? Can you read that paragraph, please?
Okay. Uthi ucela ufunde, uzoyifundela? Ufunde uzophela khona la. La kunale pin le 011223. Ufunde uzwe umuntu wonke. Eh?
Okay, let
Okay, the
me read
witness
it
is
for you.
asking that I read it.
I'll read it, and then,
Okay.
with due respect, you will interpret for him. Maybe it's better that way, Your Lordship. On 2014, 10th/25 at about 4 o'clock. 4. I received a call from Senzo. He told me that he deposited money for me to come and visit him in Gauteng. He deposited the money. I confirmed to him that I received the SMS giving me the cash sent withdrawal number. He then said he will send me a PIN to withdraw the money. That number was That's the number. And he sent the pin as 112233.
Fundeka kanjena ke nge-25 zika October 2014 ngo-4 ke emini ngathola ke ucingo lubuya kuSenzo Meyiwa engitshela ukuthi wangifakela imali ukuthi ngize ngizombona eGauteng. Ngamtshela ke ukuthi impela ngayithola iSMS enginikeza ucash send kanye futhi nenamba yokukhipha imali. Wase engitshela ke ukuthi uzongithumela ipin yokuthi ngikhiphe imali leyo. Leyo number leyo kwaku 29699295535 wangithumela ipin 112233.
Sir, according to that statement, you mentioned it was around 4. It is amazing that now you can mention time, because all the time you testify that you don't mention times. And on this statement is very clear that it is Senzo who deposited the money, but you told the court that it was Kelly.
Lana ke okucacayo ke ukuthi isikhathi sibhaliwe u4 kufakazi bakho ke wena kade nje usho ukuthi wena ke awumuntu nje ukhuluma ngayikhatha uyikhumbuli futhi okunye ocacayo ke la ukuthi uSenzo owakuthumela imali kodwa ke kufakazi bakho wena uthe uKelly umuntu owakuthumela imali.
Ngiyakuzwa lokho kwesikhathi ngizokucacisa futhi namanje because noma ngenza istatement mawuthi awunayo isho isikhathi bakutshela ukuthi mhlambe gesa bekuyisikhathi sini in ne ngihleze ngisho nalabantu abengibhala isikhathi ngiyabangibatshela same thing ukuthi anginayo isho isikhathi bese bethi angigesa ukuthi bekoyikhali zini.
Okay, with regards to the time, I'm going to explain that even when the statement was taken down, I said the same thing which I'm saying here in court, that I'm not certain about the time. They would then say to you, guess around what time was it? Yebo, ngakho.
Le eyokuthi ke uKelly ungidepositele imali. Ireason yokuthi ngiyegoli nanokuthi ngazi ukuthi ngiyegoli because of uSenzo. So uye wonke behind leyo nto leyo. The fact that ngidepositele uKelly imali but uSenzo behind yonke leyo nto leyo.
The fact or the issue of the money being deposited by Kelly, me coming to Johannesburg or me coming to Gauteng, Senzo was behind all of that. That Kelly is the one who deposited the money, but the person that made me to come to Gauteng was Senzo.
And why ngeke uKelly angidepositele imali nje out of nowhere without informing lokho zanatshela uSenzo?
Kelly would not have deposited money for me just out of the blue without being informed by Senzo.
Your Lordship, this will be left for argument with regard to the credibility of the witness. Sir, you guessed the time out of your own will. You are not forced to guess the time. That's why what you said guessed. You are allowed to estimate.
Yes.
I want you to estimate the following day what time you arrived in Fosloras, where you waited for them.
That is why ngithi bese kuntambama. So
Can you listen to the interpreter, please? Can you have consistency? Can you have consistency for the sake of record? May let the interpreter assist you.
Ngiyakuzwa ngizokwenza njengobusho mnumzane.
Uthi ngicela ke uqageleke nangelanga elilandelayo ke ukuthi isikhathi sini owafika ngaso la wafika wabalinda khona ke.
Since uthi angestimate ngingasho ngithi kwawoma 5.
Seeing that you asked me to estimate, I would say around about 5.
For how long you waited for them?
Wabalinda ke isikhathi esingakanani?
Noma ngenayo isho yesikhathi but I belong in 30 minutes.
Although I'm not certain about the time, but it didn't go beyond 30 minutes.
For how long did you took to arrive at the place where you bought alcohol or liquor, as you use it? As you said.
Kwase kunithatha isikhathi esingakanani ke ukuthi niyofika kuleyo ndawo enathenga kuyona utshwala?
Akubanga isikhathi eside.
It wasn't a long time.
Estimate?
Maqagele futhi.
Was it dark or not yet dark? Estimate.
Bengekho dark since bengekho dark since bekuyisama ne. Bengekho dark.
Seeing that it was summer, it wasn't dark.
Can you estimate the time as well, please?
Siphi isikhathi?
When you arrived at the place where you're going to buy
La
alcohol,
anathenga khona utshwala ukuthi nafika sikhatsini khona.
Angisazi isikhathi.
I don't know
Angisazi
the time.
isikhathi. Kodwa engikwazi yakubanga isikhathi eside.
What I do know, it wasn't a long time.
and what time, how long did you spend at that place before you left?
Khona lapho ke nachitha isikhathi esingakanani ngaphambili kokuthi nihambe la nathenga khona utshwala.
Nakhona kubanga isikhathi eside bangena ngaphakathi uza nomuntu obathenga then sahamba, saphuma sahamba.
It was also not a long time. Zandi and Mtogo went in to buy the liquor. They came out, we left.
At what time you arrived at Mark Kumalo's place?
Nase nifika sikhatsini ke kwamakhumalo.
Angisazi futhi isikhathi nalapha. Mangabhekanga isikhathi.
Also there, I don't know the time. I wasn't looking at the time.
Estimate? May you please estimate?
Ngiyaxolisa lento estimate njalo izongididisa ngeke njalo angizela ngizo-estimate. Leyo estimate njalo ngiya-estimate. That is why ngithi njengoba ngilapha ngangijabulile ngangeke ngicheckane nesikhathi.
This issue, my apologies, my lord. This issue of estimating is going to confuse me. It's giving me problems. I didn't come here to estimate, and also whilst I was there, I was in a happy mood, so I wasn't always I wasn't looking at the time.
I like that one. You were in a happy mood, as the state put it when it was making opening statement with regard to the alleged charges. How many beers did you buy?
Nothing.
Or how many? The quantity of the liquor you bought?
Nothing. Utshwala obungakanani.
Noma ngasakhumbuli kahle ukuthi ngoba abantu abangena bawuthenga umthoko no Zandi.
Although I can't remember well, because the people that went in to buy, it was Mtogo and Zandi.
Yes.
Okay. For the benefit of progress, when you were drinking, what kind of beers was there? Cans, bottles? Can you just tell the court what kind of beers were there?
Awutsheleke inkantolo kwakungaba cans, kwakunamabhodlela. Awutshela nje inkantolo ukuthi inhloboni kabeer eyelapha.
Kwakwama cans.
Cans.
Kwakukhona Heineken,
There was Heineken.
Smirnoff Ice lesa siphuzo okay bese kuba Hunter's Gold.
Smirnoff Ice or Smirnoff Guarana, that which was drank by Kelly, and then Hunter's Gold.
Sir, you testify that you were working by that time when you visited Senzo in Fosaras, correct?
Yes. Yes.
I put it to you that it seems as if you always been given money. You've always been given money. You were given money to come, which is not a problem. I just want to establish that. And you said someone also gave you money to return to KZN, correct?
Correct.
No, he's answered.
I put it to you that you were given money after you appeared in a Netflix documentary.
Ngithi kuwena ke wanikezwa imali emuva kokuthi ke wavela ke kwi documentary ka Netflix.
Ngizokuvuma lokho angikuphiki. Leyo mali kangasiyo eyokuthi ya Netflix and kunezinto engazisayini. Ngabatshela ngesikhathi sami ukuthi isikhathi sami lesi.
Alright,
So kumele ninginike imali.
Okay. That I'm not going to deny. I was given money indeed. It's because there are certain things that I signed or that we had agreed to. I told them that you were doing that at my spare time. That was my spare time. You will have to give me money.
You see the problem of you answering questions and then you make an essay. From what you said, eliminate another question. You know what you said now? That money, sir, please, can you behave?
Sorry?
Can you behave? We leave the court. Can you behave?
Angazi usho kanjani mnumzane.
I'm asking a question, you interrupted me. Listen, very careful. Answer through the interpreter. Is it clear?
Don't shout at me. Don't shout at me. Never do that. Don't shout at me.
Mr. Tawana, what are you starting now?
Don't shout at me. Don't do this.
We strongly object to that.
Your Lordship, the witness is interrupting while I'm asking question, and it's not a good behavior because there's an interpreter who must interpret.
Yesterday you interrupted me as I was talking. I never shouted at you. He's saying, don't shout at me. Can we adhere to that?
Your Lordship,
He is not right to interrupt as you are talking, but you cannot shout at him.
let me proceed. I hear
Yes.
what the court says.
Yeah.
Sir,
Sir,
don't interrupt when I ask questions. You must wait
Okay.
for the interpreter to interpret back to you.
okay, so, and you mustn't shout at me.
I put it to you, as you testified, you correctly said that you were given money by Netflix. And you further said that money was not only for Netflix, it was not only per se for Netflix documentary you appeared in. What do you mean by that?
Uthukuthini-ke uma ngaba uthi-ke bekungasiyona nje ka-Netflix kuphela.
Cause abaka Netflix bangicela izithombe zaka Senzo, hayi lezi zebhola enginazo mina kwicamera yami.
Okay, sibambe lapho. Because the people from Netflix requested photos of Senzo from me. Not football photos, but the ones that I have on my camera.
Lezo izithombe ezinye ngisanazo efonini because ngazithatha kwi SD card yami yakwi camera ngazifaka efonini zisakhona efonini and mabefuna lezo izithombe yimina ngabatshela ngeke ngibanike lezo izithombe mahala
Okay.
ezami izithombe.
Okay.
Azange bavume ukuthi bazonginika imali bathi abanikani imali bona ngabatshela isikhathi sami izithombe zami if nihluleke lokho yekani.
And some of those pictures, my lord, I still have them on my camera because they were taken from the SD card and then into the camera. And the issue of the money is that I told them that I won't give you these pictures for free because they are mine and it's also my spare time. So if you can't do that or if you are not willing to do that, just leave me.
So, I further put it to you that you were given money to come and testify today, to come and testify in these proceedings.
Ngiphinde ngithi kuwena-ke unikezwe imali ukuthi uze uzofakaza la.
Mhlambe awungangichazela mnumzane ukuthi nginikwe kanjani ifakwe ebank or nginikwe esandleni because uwazi leyo nto mina ngiyazi. Mhlambe ungangichazela kangcono kuloko.
Maybe you can inform me much better because you have the details as to whether was it given to me by hand, was it deposited into my account?
Sir, I'm
Sir.
not here to answer your questions. You are the one answering question. I ask you a question, the answer is either yes or no.
No.
I put it to you that you were coached on how to testify in these proceedings.
Phinde ngithi kuwena-ke ukhoshiwe-ke ukuthi ukunikeze kanjani ubufakazi bakho khona la.
Mangalihlaza lawo.
Those are lies.
Mangalihlaza.
Those are lies.
Alihlaza. Amanga lawo ashoyo or lo washilo.
which you've just said now are lies for what you are saying.
I put it to that there was no identification parade with regard to the accused before the court, correct?
Ngithi kuwena ke yayingekho ke i-ID parade nabamangalelwa la abaphambi kwenkantolo. Uyiqiniso lokho?
Yebo angaze ngiyenze laba i-ID parade abakhona.
That is correct. With regards to the accused before court, I never attended an ID parade.
I therefore put it to you that the identification of the accused in the dock doesn't hold water.
Into ke engizothi kuwena ke into ke engeke kubanjelwe kuyona ke noma kube nesindo esingathi sincikiswe kulokho ukuthi umkhombe la umangalelo akusinto leyo inkantolo engayithatha noma engathi inesindo ngoba umkhombe la enkantolo umangalelo.
Noma ungambeka kuphi ngizomkhomba.
Even if you were to put him anywhere, I'll point him out.
Sir, under testimony, you told the court that you could not be, you were not going to be able to identify the culprits. You testified to that effect. What's your comment?
Kubufakazi bakho ke uthe
He did say in his statement that he'll be able to identify the culprits.
Your Lordship, not today, either yesterday or a day before, the witness testified to that effect that he was not going to be able to identify or point at the culprits.
Mr. Madala, do you want to respond to that?
khona ufuna ukusho kulokho ukuthi akazi noma bekuyizolo noma kusuke ngaphambilini izolo la uthe kubufakazi bakho khona ke awungeke ukwazi ukuthi ubakhombe.
Angikhumbuli ngisho njalo.
I don't remember saying that.
Into engayisho ngathi mina if bangabewa lapha ngabantu abenza lento ngaba able ukuthi ngimkhombe.
What I remember having said, my lord, was that if the people who committed this were to be put or placed in front of me, I'll be able to point him out.
So I put it to you that on that day, as you alleged, the crime scene was mobile. The incident, it was mobile. I put it to you.
Ngithi kuwena ke kwakungamiwe nje lapha yana. Njengoba konke nje kwakwenzeka nje kwakungamiwe kuko konke kwakwenzeka kwakungamiwe nje.
Mobile. What do you mean mobile?
The incident was happening at the moving fast pace, Your Lordship.
Do you want to say it was a moving scene?
As it,
But when you say it was mobile, it's something else.
what is mobile, Your Lordship?
It means it was being transported to another.
Mobile can also mean movement, Your Lordship. But I'll take the court input. I will rephrase my question and further qualify in this way. Sir, the crime scene was in a moving fast pace. As you testify that even yourself, you ran into a room and hide there. Correct?
Nanjengoba nawo bushilo ke ukuthi ke okwakwenzeka lapha kwenzeka nje ngokusheshsha kwaye ngambangamiwe ke ushilo ke futhi nawe ke ukuthi nje kuloko kwakwenzeka nawe wahamba noma wabaleka wayocasha ekamereni.
Understand lento ayisho ukuthi uqonda ukuthina.
I don't understand what you mean to say. If you were to rephrase, I don't understand what you say.
He is saying to you, what you were looking at on that day, nothing was static. Things and people were moving around all the time.
Akushoyo ukuthi kuloko ukubona noma kuloko kwakwenzeka ubhekile ngaleli langa akukho nje okwakumile izinto kanye nabantu nje futhi kwakunomnyakazo kwakunyakazo.
Ngasiphi isikhathi because mangena abantu besihleli sibheke TV isiphi lesikhathi asishoyo that is why ngithi specify isikhathi ukuthi ngasiphi isikhathi because thina we were watching TV.
Hence
so the movement ayishoyo or le mobile ayishoyo yipi.
Well, hence I'm requesting for clarity, my lord, because when the people came in, We were seated and watching TV. Hence, I'm asking to be specific as to which point is he referring to?
Yes.
Sir, I further put it to you that you only did ID parade for Zamogutle Mbata in 2014, correct?
ID parade owayenza ke ID parade kaZamokuhle Mbatha ngo-2014 ngabe kuyiqiniso.
ID parade engayenza angaze ngipointe someone kuleyo ID parade leyo. Angaze ngipointe someone kuyona because angibonanga umuntu kuyo.
The ID parade that I attended, I never pointed out anyone because I didn't see anyone in it.
That was not the question. It's simple for you to answer this question. I put it to you, the ID parade you did, it was with regard to Zamogutle Mbata, yes or no?
Bengasona ke umbuzo lo umbuzo uthi i-ID parade waya kuyona ke kwango-2014 kwakuyi ID parade kaZamokuhle Mbatha.
Ngayenza ID parade angaze ngikhombe umuntu kuyo.
I attended an ID parade, but I never pointed out anyone in it.
Yes.
I further put it to you that you never made face recognition on this matter before the court, according to Exhibit J that was provided by the state when we are looking at the affidavit of Exhibit J.
Khuluma ke ngo exhibit J yilo ebekhonjisiwe ke la izolo ke bekudwetshiwe kuyena ke uthi wena ke awuzange ube khona lapho noma ube yingxenye yalokho.
Kuphi? Ingxenye yakuphi?
Uyakhumbula la kunesithombe esitshengiswa izolo la isketch lesiyana i-identikit uthi wawungesiyona ke ingxenye wawungekho lapho wena.
Ngangikhona.
I was there.
Ngangikhona.
That's not my question. My question is, you never made face recognition, whether you were there or not there,
Uthi ke ubuso
according to
lo.
what the affidavit says here.
Oh, le affidavit le anayo lapha yana kuyena ke ithi wena ke noma ke senziwa ke noma wawukhona ke kodwa awuzange ufanise lapha kulobe buso.
Sasisonke sichaza lapha ukuthi sichaza umuntu ukuthi kanjani.
All of us were there and describing how the person looked like.
May the state, your lordship, provide the witness with the Exhibit J. Your lordship, we can, if I make submission, we can leave it for now. You can leave it for now, sir. I will make this submission at the end of my cross-examination. It is correct that you testify that the firearm was carried by a short culprit, according to you.
Shilo ke ukuthi owayephethe isibhamu kulabo ababili kwakulo mfushane.
Yes.
Yes.
According to you, you further testify that the alleged tall one never had a firearm.
Lo omude yena wayengasiphethe isibhamu.
Mhlambe mongabuyile emva statementini ngangachaza ukuthi usenzo lawe embamba isandla. Angimbonanga ukuthi wayephethe ini esandleni.
Maybe if we were to go back to the statements,
Yes.
I did mention or make mention in the statements that at the time when Senzo held his arm, I didn't see or I couldn't see as to what he had in his hand.
Yes.
I put it to you. You never mentioned a firearm with regard to the alleged tall culprit. As you say now, you didn't see what he was having. Correct? It is correct that it took time for you to get money, which eventually came through the following day. I put it to you that the money came through the following day, not the same day you said Senzo asked you to come to Force Lawyers.
Imali ayengenanga noma izange ingene ngaleli langa uSenzo awacela ngalo ukuthi woze Force Lawyers yangena ngelanga elilandelayo.
Kwangena imessage wayengekafoni uSenzo ngangeke ngimtshela ukuthi imessage ingenile. The only thing engayitholanga kusasa iPin.
Okay. A message came through. I would not have told Senzo if I hadn't received the message. The only thing that came in the following day was the PIN.
Into anginika yona the following day.
That's what he gave me the following day.
Because mangithi ngikhipha imali ngangayazi amount. That's the problem.
The problem is that when I went to withdraw the money, I didn't know the amount.
Then ila ngamfonela khona ke wazi wangitshela futhi akalibamba ngasemtamo ucingo.
That's where I called him, and he didn't respond immediately when I called him.
Sir, your Lordship, we request that the statement marked A49 is in brackets 1 be admitted as exhibit.
Which statement?
A49 in brackets 1, which is before the witness.
Any objection?
No objection, my lord.
With the advice from the state, it will be exhibit K, your Lordship.
And that makes it exhibit what?
K.
A49(1) by agreement is admitted into the record of the proceedings of this case as exhibit K.
Your Lordship, we request that the state provide the witness with A110. Thank you, Your Lordship. Sir, you see that statement before you? Let's go to the last page. Look at the last page there.
I need to be on the last page? Yes, I'm there.
Is there your signature where it ends up with signed at Devon on 2018/2/07 at 11:30? Is that your signature?
When the was signed up?
Yes, mina ngasayina.
Yes, it's mine.
Was it you who wrote the statement?
Sabhalwa Oh, sorry.
You are narrating and someone wrote it.
Sabhalwa wena noma wena wawukhuluma kunomuntu obhalayo?
Ngicabanga ukuthi lento ngizoyiphendula futhi manje expect ukuba nombuzo. Asikho istatement engasibhala mina nesiyi1 ngesandla sami. Nesiyi1.
I'm gonna say this again, and I'm not expecting another question. There is not a single statement that I wrote myself.
Yes.
You cannot dictate me on how to ask questions.
Okay.
And you don't know why the reason I'm asking that question.
Okay, sorry sir.
Were you satisfied with the contents of the statement?
Ingabe ke wawugculisekile yini ilokho okubhalwe phansi la kule statement?
Just keep that last page open like that. My question is, as you see your signature there, were you
Yes, ngiyabona
satisfied with the contents of the statement?
Ingabe wawunyelisekile yini noma usatisfied ke ilokho okubhaliwe la?
Sithi kune signature yami la. Yimi ngasayina la. But akumile ngabhala statement, yimi ngasayina la. Ngangisatisfied, angisho kanjani.
Seeing
Because
that-
zonke statement see like so. Uzobuza one question zonke statement.
Seeing that my signature is there, I'm not the one who wrote it, but seeing that my statement is there, yes, let me say that I was satisfied because it seemed that with all the statements, the same question is going to be asked.
Your Lordship, I'm not sure if it's the right time to adjourn.